Welcome to the State of Security. I'm Sabrina and this is Ken.
Hey guys.
Well, first of all, I wanted to wish all of our viewers happy Computer Security Day, which is today. Yeah. So we have a blog post on Secure State's blog all about it. And pretty much it's just a day to spread awareness about computer security and why it's so important. Make sure your passwords are strong. And I did a little roundup of some Secure State's most valuable computer security blogs, talking about making your password secure and all that good stuff. So you might want to check that out.
Nice.
Another thing you might want to check out is Google+. I know it's the newest social media craze, and it's a little bit similar to Facebook. Actually, it's pretty much the same thing, but not as cool.
Okay.
But it's cool because you could do those little circles, and on Facebook they kind of started doing that later in the game where you could separate people because sometimes you don't want everyone to see your pictures. Like,
right.
I don't know, maybe I don't want you to see all the pictures I take of my dog or like something weird like that. I don't know.
That is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
But you can put it into little circles.
Like little containers.
Yeah, like I would have like a little media section. You would have clients, friends.
Right.
So make sure if you are on Google+, that you put us in one of your circles.
Nice. All right.
And then we wanted to talk about one of Ken's blog posts.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting one, so we wanted to bring it up. Maybe you can check that out too. It's 3 acronyms to avoid and 3 to embrace. So why don't you fill us in on your thoughts on this?
Okay, so I did this blog a few months back, and it got a lot of good ratings on it, so we figured we'd do a state of security on it. And real quick, I'll run them down, and we'll go in order of how they're listed on the blog. So 3 acronyms to avoid, obviously GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. Probably no 3 words have been put together that mean so different things. And we have a lot of organizations that we talk to. Specifically, I talk to probably about 300-400 different organizations a year globally as a company. Usually Fortune 500s, Fortune 50s are looking at GRC. But before you put it in your budget next year, make sure you understand exactly how risk is going to be implemented, what you're going to comply to, and how this governance framework is going to work. It's a good budget buster, especially with some of the projects out there that you can implement. It's costly, and it may not yield the solutions you want.
So you should check it out before going for it.
Yeah, just make sure you're looking at what the full picture is, like I said. DLP, data leakage protection. DLP is something, again, if you're putting it in place, it's pretty much like putting a Band-Aid on a dam. Water's still going to seep out, and it may bust at different areas. It's definitely something that's not going to be implemented unless you have a mature incident response, data flows, making sure you know where your data's at, and then what you want to protect. So we're seeing a lot of organizations jump to this, especially organizations where security reports to the CIO. This is a nice, cool technology that you can rack space, but unfortunately it's not going to yield the returns, again, that you may want in 2012. CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability is something that I've been preaching for a while, that security should really not be focused on the availability of an asset. It's not our responsibility, it's more of the CIO and operations. I have seen some blog posts that talking about the availability of controls and availability of security controls, and I do believe that's a good use for it. But specifically, in the coming years, availability should be really left at the CO and the operations. Security should be worried about the confidentiality and integrity of the systems, not necessarily the availability.
Okay.
3 acronyms that we want to embrace. ISO, it's a big one. ISO 27001, 27002. We're seeing a lot of smaller clients that are being pushed by the financial institutions to look at how are they going to become ISO certified. Specifically with this, we're seeing that the SAS 70, which is now converted to the SSA 16, the SOC 2 requirement, definitely is helping organizations become more risk aware and putting in controls that people are looking at from a financial perspective. But ISO definitely puts in a nice process. PDAC, plan, check, act, do.
Very nice.
Yeah. PII is something that obviously a lot of people are talking about. Privacy online with the Sony breach, a lot of breaches around PII, personally identifiable information. We're seeing this is going to be a big topic coming forward. We're talking about the federal government stepping in with additional regulations if companies aren't looking at it. EU safe harbor. This coupled with cloud computing can really put a lot of emphasis on where you're putting the data, Where is it accessible from the cloud? And if it is international data, how are you complying to international laws protecting your customers and obviously your consumers' data? Enterprise risk management. Who holds the risk for the organization? Many times it's a security practitioner. As we talk to organizations that are maturing, they're putting in an umbrella for enterprise risk management. Not only is it focused on technical security that we do and we focus on every day, but operational, financial, reputation, and everything else that would couple into risk. So we as security practitioners would roll that up to a risk framework and have the decisions made by the appropriate individuals that know the full portfolio of risk for the organization.
Okay, so you should understand all the facets of risk.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a lot of information.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in learning more about that,
yeah,
Ken has an in-depth blog post on Secure State's blog that you can check out. And make sure to spread the word to any of your friends or colleagues that you think may be interested. And in the meantime, if you have any questions that you would like Ken to answer, just email me and I'll make sure he gets your questions at spowers@securestate.com.
Right.
And thank you for watching.
Take care.